in the beginning, this is how it works out, and it's crazy how this works. I don't know if it happened to you, but
it's planting seeds, you guys. Your business is a living and breathing entity, and
and I left the seed, man, and then I end up going to jail for it.
You'll get most of the calls way down the road because of the seeds that you planted a year ago.
Am I allowed to do it? I don't know, but I just do it. Gotta get business some way, man,
What is going on, Wash fam? Welcome back to the Clean Money Podcast. Today, I have a very, very special guest. I say that a lot, but truly this time I do have a very special guest. If you guys have been on the channel, watched any of my recent YouTube videos, you know who Tori is. Tori is with Wash Wizards, but we became great friends. I'm really glad I met this man. We've just, more than working together, we just became brothers. We are very similar. We have a lot of the same views, and we just clicked. So I'm super honored and happy to have him on the podcast. Before we jump into this episode, really quick, you guys, huge shout out to shopc3.com. Best rig designers in the game. They can whip up your dream rig, no matter big or small. If you want a budget build, if you want your beast of a trailer that you've been saving up for, whatever the case is, check them out. They have the nicest trailers, awesome customer support. You can't go wrong. They will support you through and through. They'll be there every step of the way. Also, huge shout out to sailfishspray.com. Any soaps, chemicals, equipments, machines, anything you need in South Florida or online, sailfishspray.com. Check them out. They are huge supporters of this channel, so thank you guys. Much love to them. We're going to jump right into this episode. Thank you, Jesus, for this opportunity for me and Tori to sit down and talk. We hope to reach people that need to hear this episode. A lot of the guys that have been on this podcast are seven-figure earners, and we've just been picking their brain on what it took to get to the top. But Tori's in the trenches stage. He is going through it. He's brand new in business. He's figuring out what it takes, and he's at the moment where a lot of people would quit. So I think this episode will bring the newer guys a ton of value. Tori, I got something for you, brother.
You got something for me, man?
I did, man. Every guest gets one.
I feel special, baby.
Every guest gets a hat. You got it.
All right, man.
Hat
Gotta put that hat on, What's up, man? You got me first. Yo, man. It's Tori, man, and I'm back in a video. I'm back in Rusty's video. What's going on, Russ, man? Everything all right? Let me put this down over here real quick, man. You good, huh?
Thank you for joining, man.
Man, I appreciate you for having me, man. I want to say, man, before we get started, man, thank God for this opportunity, man. Last year, I didn't see this, man. You know what I'm saying? You remember I called you on the phone, man, and we chopped it up, man, and you said, let's go do coffee. I'm like, coffee? He want to do some coffee? Let's go do coffee. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, man, we've been close, man, and I value this relationship, man. I value our friendship, man, and, yeah.
Appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
We need more good, positive friends like you in this world.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And when I seen the energy you bring, the positivity, the mindset, like, how could you not love this dude?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't always like that, though, man.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
It wasn't always like that.
I know it wasn't. Me and Tori talk all the time, you guys. He's been working with us. We'll get into that as well, things he's done to make money while he's trying to grow his business. I did the same thing. I was telling him I worked for probably 5 different people as I was trying to build this business up when I took that jump into going full time. So we'll get into that. But Tori, tell us a little about your story, man. Tell us growing up a little bit, what it was like. What brought you to entrepreneurship and ultimately saying, I'm going to start a business?
Y'all ready for this one? Man, look, growing up was all right. 2-parent house, the whole shebang bang. Born in Key West, raised in Pompano Beach, Florida, till about 17. I moved up here to Port St. Lucie. And it was on since then, man. I mean, it was a long journey, you know what I mean? I've been through a lot, but I don't know, man.
If you want to share the whole incident that when we first met, you were going to work with us on the big roof job, and then you were saying, hey, man, you didn't really explain it all at first until we really met. You're like, hey, I'm dealing with some stuff, and I just want you, if you want to share, just because no one's perfect, man. Everyone is going through their stuff, and
absolutely.
I think it's a big thing you've overcame to
well,
get here.
yeah, I ain't never said this story, man, so your Wash fam's the first to hear it. I ain't even tell my people about this story. But yeah, man, a while ago, man, I started going through this mindset change. You know, I got tired of the same thing over and over, man, the same thing over and over, same thing over and over. So when I went through this mindset change, you know, it's like when you go through a mindset change, it's like flushing the toilet. You got a lot of poop in there. Then when you flush the toilet, it all goes in a circle and then it dunks. And when it dunk, that's what happened to me a couple years ago, man. I got in an accident, man. I hit a motorcycle, ran. He actually cut me off, but you got to take accountability. I mean, you know, and I left the scene, man, and then I ended up going to jail for it. And that was like the turning point for me. You know what I mean? That was the turning point for me, and it woke me up, man. I woke up. And then ever since then, I just was like, you know what, I gotta do something with my life, man. I got tired of the same, man. Tired of the same thing. I was dealing with that case for like 2 years. Next thing you know, just got finished and I lost my job. And I think that's when you called me about you needed help on the roofs or something. And I told you, I was like, hey, man, I don't think I can go, man. My license just got suspended. I ain't never tell you, but that's what it was about, man.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. So they ended up giving me my license back, and we was able to go do that job.
I know. It was crazy how it worked out.
It was tough.
I've only heard you somewhat bummed out one time since knowing you.
Yeah.
And it was when you were telling me, you're like, hey, man, you know, I don't think I can make it out to the job with you. And I didn't know you at this point. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know anything about you. I hit up a couple dudes about the job, just trying to find someone, you being the first one. And I didn't know you. So I'm like, okay, he just doesn't want to do it. He's going through something.
Right.
So, you know, scratch that. He's not able to do it.
So you put me in the bucket list. You see, y'all see how he do, right? You see, he's just going to put it in me and down there like that.
He was the first one I reached out to.
Yeah, but we didn't know each other. You didn't know how I work.
Exactly. So I was just like looking for help. I didn't know you too well. We met before, but I didn't know you too well. And that was the one time I heard you bummed. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, oh, maybe he just doesn't want to work.
Right,
or doesn't want to work with a different company. No hard feelings.
Yeah, I was down, man. I just got my license suspended, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, and I got this business. Just started the business in August. License gets suspended right in January. Like, oh, do I quit? What do I do? So I had my wife bringing me to all these jobs, man, to go and do the jobs.
Hey, that's dedication.
Yeah, and I had a big alcohol problem too.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Big alcohol problem. I couldn't stop. And I think that alcohol was making me feel like that. My life was over. I didn't want to do nothing. Having hangovers in the morning, got to go to work, not feeling like going to work because I've been drinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I stopped for since that accident happened. So it's like three years I stopped. And I'm doing much better now, man.
That's good, man.
Happier.
I'm super proud of you. That's not easy. I know, especially just from dealing with people, that it's a very hard issue.
Right.
I know it's not easy to quit.
No, at all.
But just from the stories you've shared, it's done nothing but benefit you. So if it doesn't serve you a purpose.
Yeah. I was forced to quit, though. I didn't quit just like that now. It ain't just like, oh, I'm going to just stop drinking. Because, a beer, I drink a beer, boy, I feel good. What happened was when I got arrested, you know what I'm saying? I told you, man, when I was behind that cell, bro, I'm like, man, you know what? I'm done, bro. I'm done. That's it. No more.
Hey, a lot of people would keep going.
I got out, never thought about a drink, never drank the day since, man.
Yeah. So jumping into your pressure washing journey was no smooth sailing.
No smooth sailing by far, man. But you know what? It was what I made it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? that's why those thoughts, man. I've been having those thoughts. You know what I'm saying? That's why you always see me, man. I have a good attitude, man, because I'm thinking good. So I always, when I see you, man, Rusty, how you feeling, man? You feeling good? All right, now, you know what I'm saying? We always do that on the job because, and the reason I ask you how you feeling, man, because I want you to know how you feeling too. You know what I'm saying? Not only for me, I want you to know how you feeling.
Yeah.
You know, because we got to get to the point where we, you know, start being for real about and honest about how we feel. When I say good morning, how you feeling, Rusty? Don't just say I'm doing good and you ain't doing good. Then we get in the truck and you got a whole book of problems you got to give. You know, and you got them people that, how you doing? I'm doing good. Then they give you a whole book of problems. No, man, you not doing good. We need to address it. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just talking to someone in that Wholehearted Men challenge I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And I was like, we need more men talking about real life issues because suicide rate is skyrocketing, and all the only thing men talk about for the most part is the football game, what they hate about their job, and X, Y, and Z. And it's like, no, we need dudes getting serious with each other,
absolutely, and
really chatting. And that's why I value our relationship, because things like you just said, you're always asking me how I'm doing, and you truly mean it. And just the things we talk about are wholesome and feed your spirit.
Absolutely.
And it's not a scoreboard or a football game or something about politics, something, to help us grow.
Right. The conversation's got to change.
Yeah.
Can't be on the phone all day talking to knuckleheads doing knucklehead things. What you gonna get? Knucklehead results.
Yeah, you're gonna get a knucklehead.
You're gonna get a knucklehead. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The reason I look up to you so much, man, and I got you around, man, is because, man, I'm learning so much. You know what I'm saying? You teaching me so much, and you know how it go.
Yep.
Y'all know how it go, man.
Yeah. I happily pour into you, bro. You soak it up. You're there to learn. You don't take it for granted. You're applying it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I tell people all the time, like, don't ask me questions that I've answered on 50 videos. Don't ask me questions that are simply can be answered by Google. Like, when I see people like you that are asking real deal questions that I struggled with myself, then I want to help you because I know you're trying to get to that next step.
Right.
But I can weed out the tire kickers from a mile, because it's like, what chemical do you use on the roof? And it's like, if you just did 5 minutes of soft washing research, you know what the one chemical we use on the roof. So.
Well, nobody want to do the research.
No, they want to
just jump in and get the money.
Yeah.
They want to start their business. I started my business off. They want to start their business and be the man the next month. Like, no, it takes time. Bro, I'm a year in it, bro. My schedule ain't even full. A year in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it takes time.
Let's get into that. We'll get into, first I want to talk about your equipment, because I met you. You had a different trailer. We'll get into your new trailer. You had a single axle. It was a 5x10?
8.
5x8.
5x8.
Yeah, you had a 5x8. So break down what you had on your trailer, because like we talked about, you had everything to get the job done. Yes, it wasn't the most efficient, but you had everything from doing your research to get those essentials on your trailer. So what would you recommend to the new guys watching? Hey, even though it's not the best, make sure you have X, Y, and Z.
Very important. I'll answer that. Very important. Get a 4-gallon per minute. Get a 12-volt electric soft wash system. Get a pressure hose reel, soft wash hose reel. Don't worry about the water hose reel. You can just put the water hose on the back of the trailer. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about all of that. Put the water hose on the back of the trailer. Get you a 100-gallon chemical tank. Get you a 100-gallon water tank. Get you a 30-gallon chemical tank. You ready to go. And I'm going to tell you something. I did commercial jobs with that too. Yeah. I did 5 buildings. I got it on my channel. I did 5 commercial buildings. You know what I'm saying? With that 4-gallon. And when I got to your job, it bust my 4-gallon up. And that's when I had to go and upgrade there. But yeah, man, that's what you do.
And the downstream injector.
Injector. Don't go out there buying this $30,000 trailer. You got no jobs out there. You don't even know if you're gonna get a job. Just because you see this nice trailer and this guy and he looking like he got all his business, wait, calm down, grow. It feels better when you owning a business and you growing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Than just going to buy a $30,000 trailer.
Yeah, I love.
So I did that because I didn't want to be in debt. I didn't want to start my business in debt. You know what I mean? Correct. So that's why I got the little to the lowest. If you all get that, man, if you all get that, man, it's gonna work.
Yeah,
trust me.
I'm glad you said that. I started out with just taking stuff out of the back. Well, originally I started taking stuff out of the back of my dad's SUV. And I had Home Depot pressure washer, Home Depot surface cleaner. I had the Home Depot bundle.
2.3 gallon.
Yeah. Yep.
Thought he was doing something.
Yeah. I'm out here pressure washing everything. Like, I thought that's what you did. And you guys, like, if you want to start bare bones and you're just ambitious to get after it, you could skip on a trailer. You can get a pressure washer, a 4 GPM, hook it up to the customer's spigot. You might have to move your machine around a little bit. You can get a 20-gallon bleach tank from like Tractor Supply and slap your 12 volt on top of that, carry around a battery, a marine battery to power it. But it doesn't take, like Tori said, it doesn't take these $30,000 rigs. And, 7 years later, yes, that's what we use because we've worked our way up to that and we want to be as efficient as possible. That's where the upgraded equipment shines, is being efficient. But you can get so much done with that 5x8 that you started out with.
Absolutely.
And like you said, you did commercial, you did residential. Yeah, some of the nice shiny objects help you out, make the job easier, make it quicker. But if your budget is not ready for it, I don't recommend going crazy. I recommend you getting that nice trailer when you have outgrown your current setup. So I outgrew the Home Depot stuff, and I realized I could be making my money way quicker if I had a little bit of an upgrade. So I upgraded to a 5x10.
Yeah.
And then I had the 5x10, and we started getting bigger jobs and more jobs. And I'm like, okay, now I can upgrade to an 8 GPM and a gas soft wash. And those things came way later, you guys. I know you see on the channel, even since I started, you've seen on the channel like nice rigs, 7x14s, 2 8 GPMs. You've seen all the good stuff, but I promise you I started out with, I'll pop some photos up right here. I started out with the bare minimum you can get, borrowing my dad's vehicle. We worked our way up, and I'm very glad I did it that way. And like you're recommending, I didn't jump. We have business debt now, but it's paid off because of the jobs I know we have on the schedule just from reoccurring customers alone.
Right.
But that's part of growing.
Right. I don't mean to interrupt, but it just feels better when you're growing. You know what I mean? It just feels better to go out and buy that 8 GPM. You know how good it felt to go out and buy that trailer, go to price a trailer, go price my 8 GM. It feels good to go out and buy that. You know what I mean? You grow into it. It just feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tori will take it away on this one, but during that roof job we did, so if you haven't seen the video, we did apartment. No, it was an apartment. It was like a duplex complex type thing, 20 large roofs. And Torrey had his 5x8, and from there he decided he's going to upgrade 7x12.
Yep.
He's got a 7x12, 8
double
GPM,
axle,
double axle.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, man. It's
The
your
whole
baby.
shebang, man. So what happened was, this is what happened. All right, when I was out there on that job with you remember I was laughing at you all the time because you were over there trying to pull it. I'm over there. You couldn't crank my machine up. It was funny too. I was laughing. But that job had really messed me up. So I'm like, man, I told my wife, I'm like, look, if I'm gonna get in this, man, we got to put at least about $7,000 to $8,000. That's how much I put in there back into the business to grow. So that's when I went in and got me a double axle trailer, 7x12, and I also got the pressure washer. And I left my soft wash system because I don't really need the upgrade the software
Yeah, you
system.
got a 12 volt.
I think the pressure washer is the main important thing. You know what I mean? Until I get a bigger job, because I downstream anyway. So
Yeah, you're a downstreamer.
I just soft wash roofs.
Yeah.
And sometimes houses, I got, like few houses, we got to soft wash some houses. But other than that, I'm a downstreamer, man. But the trailer I got now, man, it benefits me a lot, man. It benefits me a lot, especially with jobs out there with you, man. I don't feel like the little guy no more. I can spray some water. And I like the 8 because it don't, like your 10, it'll throw me back. I'm only but so big. I'm about 5'5", 140. So I turn on that 10, man, and it throws me back. And you know what I mean? So I think the sweet spot for me is like a 8, but yeah, I grew.
Yeah. And what's the main benefits you've seen, like whether it's efficiency, time?
Absolutely.
What's the main benefit from upgrading?
Main benefit I'm getting is efficiency and time. 4 gallons per minute, 4 inches per surface cleaner, so I'm only able to do it 16 inches. And bro, you can imagine, I got a video, bro, where I had to do a walkway. I think it was like 3 miles long, bro. I'm telling you, I was walking for days. I think I walked to Key West and back, bro. Felt like it. 16 inches, I had to go up and down. I'm like, man, hey, ain't no way I'm gonna be doing this here, man. You know what I'm saying? So with my 8 gallon per minute, now I got a 24 inch. So now I'm cutting that, like I'm doing driveways like in 20 minutes versus 45 minutes. You know what I mean? I'm doing them faster. I'm knocking them out, doing houses better. And on that commercial job, my 4 gallon per minute, I could barely reach the top on the downstream. And that was a problem. So I had to get on a ladder, bro, which is dangerous. Turn it on with on way up there. You know what I mean, man? Hey, so now I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Cut down time. Cut down time, everything, man.
I remember that, having to get ladders to reach certain spots now I'm just on the ground like this.
Yeah, man.
We'll jump into the next subject. What are things you're doing right now, even though your schedule's not slammed? What are some techniques that you're trying, and what's kind of working for you to gain jobs? Because everyone I ask this question, whether their schedule is slammed or not, everyone has their own little secret sauce that they're doing different than most people. And I like to share that through the lens so these viewers can gain as much knowledge as possible.
I ain't getting no jobs. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't getting no job right now.
Okay.
But what I'm doing is, man, a lot of Google, trying to get some SEO. And, in the beginning, it's hard to find a good SEO company because you don't know who's scamming and who's doing what.
Yeah.
But once in a while, I get that call. Hey, I got you from Google. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Once in a while. But I don't door knock because I don't want nobody knocking on my door. A lot of people don't like it. That's like 90s things. So I'm not no door knocker. I don't put signs in the ground. Mainly when I do a house, it's word of mouth or, I just pass out cards and hope I get a call. But in the beginning, this is how it works out, and it's crazy how this works. I don't know if it happened to you, but when I first started, I had passing out my cards, hustling, doing all of that. I'm just now starting to get those phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
A year later, bro, like, hey, are you still in business? Yeah, man. Yeah. Are you licensed insured? Yeah, man. You got to get your license insurance because they're going to test you. They're going to ask you that. So, I'm licensed. I got insurance and everything. But I'm just now getting those phone calls. Yeah. And that was last year's hustle. You know what I'm saying? So, and with that, when I go to their house, usually a neighbor will walk out. Hey, let me get you. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I've been hustling now. And I like to go into gated communities because I can go 5 houses that way, 5 houses that way, 5 houses across the street that way, 5 houses across the street that way, and I just drop off my cards. Am I allowed to do it? I don't know, but I just do it. Got to get business some way, man,
I tell that to a lot of the guys that I talk to about the door hangers, about the business cards. That absolutely happened to me as well.
Yeah.
It's planting seeds, you guys. Your business is a living and breathing entity, and whether a lot of people hand out cards, door hangers, door knock, and they're looking for a quick turnaround. They want to hand it out and then get a call the next day.
You ain't getting that.
And that's mostly not the case. You will get those, like if you go put out 1,000 door hangers, you'll get some calls the next day sometimes, but you'll get most of the calls way down the road because of the seeds that you planted a year ago. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, I have guys that are like, dude, I'm on like 2,000 door hangers and 500 business cards that I've set out and not one lead. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, how long ago? Oh, I did this all in a week. I'm like, okay.
You gotta wait.
You gotta wait because all these seeds matter. Every business card you hand out, every door hanger, they all matter whether or not, even if it doesn't get you a lead ever, they all matter.
It all matter.
It's compounding interest. The more you do, the more you are going to get back.
Yeah.
And I was going to say for you, I know word of mouth is working well for you because even though you're not getting jobs, the jobs you have got have been word of mouth.
Yep.
And that's word of mouth, you guys, is the most critical. Whether you have a tiny operation or a big operation, word of mouth will make or break your business because the one job you do for a customer, 10 to 20 people know about that job.
Yep.
And it's either going to be in a good manner or in a bad manner. So word of mouth will elevate your business or it will sink your business. So make sure, especially in your stage, bro, like here's some really good advice I can give to you. When you're on the jobs that you do get right now, even though it's not every day, what you do have is time on the field. When you get busier, like me and you rushing around today, we gotta move. We're not trying to work late. We gotta move.
Right.
When I did have that time, I made sure I'm tending to a customer. Like every single one is my favorite customer. Like even if it's a driveway wash, even if it was a back patio wash, I'm making sure they're happy. I'm doing free stuff. I still do free stuff. Like
I see how you treat your people.
Yeah, we do the AC pads all the time for free, every job. And I make sure I spend a little time talking to them, seeing how their day's going. I know way too much about a lot of my customers. I know about their families and what they're going through.
Absolutely. But I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But I'm going to tell y'all something. This dude here, he told me, right? It was these little bugs, right? He told me to get every one of them off the wall. When he wash, he goes into detail. I said, hey, man, why you getting all these off the wall, man? Look, I'm a detailer. I'm not a pressure washer. I like that. And what he's saying is, look, you got to get all these details. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I do my house washes, I sometimes will leave a couple. And I don't do it on purpose. A lot of y'all do. We don't do it on purpose. It's just sometimes, you're moving, you're skipping over things. But what I'm learning from Russ, man, is like to take your time and get everything perfect. I think I did like 3 house washes with him. All of them were perfect. Like all of them, man. So take your time, boy, and getting everything detailed. Yeah. That's how you're going to keep these customers. And if it's something like a little bit of rust, you don't have to charge the customers. I don't say, hey, I'll just go and get it because guess what? They'll call me back. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to charge for everything, man. That's how you keep the customers.
I was telling Tori, you guys, the difference in someone keeping you and saying, I want to make sure I use that business again, is you doing a perfect job. Because if you go out and you start your business and you're doing the same thing that the other 10 dudes are doing that just started their business, if you're not separating yourself, why am I going to be ecstatic about your business? But if I go walk around my property and I see that every little thing, the backsides, underneath stuff, every little thing was hit, I'm like, wow, my property is clean. Makes me feel great. Got a beautiful property now. And I'm going to remember that company.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to add another thing, man. It's how you show up to people's house.
Oh, of course.
Get these trailers. I know you see them riding around all the time. Hoses everywhere. It just looked like a mess, man.
Joe Schmo, yeah.
And it used to be me. Until April when I started working with you. And I was like, this man washed his trailer. His hoses are real, like right. Like this is what you want to show up at your house. You know what I'm saying? And when customers look, they look at things like that. Don't think that they just, they look, okay, his hole's right. That shows your business is, aligned, and they tend to they like stuff like that.
Of course.
I got plenty of, what you call it when people say it's good things? Compliments. Look at that. I got plenty of compliments, man. Yeah. People like, hey, I like your trailer, man. How you? But it's all thanks to you, because how you have your trailer. But I think I would add that in there too, man, of how you get customers and keep customers by presenting yourself right, and not have my hair used to look like, keep your head good too, Yeah.
That's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up, because over the years, we've had plenty of people say, man, you look so professional rolling up.
Absolutely.
I thought you were going to be way more expensive. I thought you were going to try to charge me too much, just because of the standard we hold to our business.
Mm-hmm.
And we've had customers say, why am I going to hire someone to come clean my property
with a dirty truck,
and they can't organize their stuff? And it's cheap customers don't care, because they know that they're shopping for the cheapest. That's what you're going to get. But people that really care about their property, the customer base, the client list that we chase, is people that are worried about the job and the value.
Absolutely.
And we try to be that affordable, but not the cheapest, because we don't operate like the cheapest. We don't clean like the cheapest. Yeah.
Bro. Let me tell you what happened before I got here.
Okay.
So I was about to come to you. I get a call from a lady saying I bust her window. Now, let me tell you, in the beginning, and I don't always do this because, some of them are already out there. You probably know that we can't take pictures and videos of every single house. You know what I'm saying? I was sent there. So let me tell you, I was sent there to go and clean the pool. You see my YouTube, you see that dirty pool?
Yeah.
Went there to go clean the pool. Then I didn't notice no bust window, because the customer wants me to just water the back patio down with water, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes we'll do that when we're out there. We'll clean out the pool, and then we'll just hit it with water.
Yep.
No pressure. We're not supposed to put pressure on the house, right? So I get a call a month later saying I bust the window. I'm like, she was like, did you notice a window bust? I'm like, no, I didn't bust no window. And I'm saying that to say our pressure washers don't crack windows. She said it was cracked. Our pressure washers don't crack windows. It's going to bust the window. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that to say, man, we got to go take better pictures of our stuff, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do what of every property that we can, I was going to say something, but I don't want it to mess up nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because it was one of the lower end customers where I didn't really charge too much money.
Yeah.
And then, hurricane just came. Hurricane probably caused the damage, but see, they'll throw it on you to try to get something on you. That ever happened to you? Like somebody threw something else on you knowing, look, it's impossible for me to do that damage.
Dude, you have no idea. There's people like that out here. Just for what Tori was saying, you guys, there is apps like Company Cam where you can upload all those files. We personally don't do it. We have a small operation, and as owner-operators, it's hard to, especially when you start getting slammed and you got a lot of jobs to do throughout the day. You really skip over some of that stuff, and I'm not saying it's okay, or I'm not excusing it by any means, but I've been there. Tori's obviously been there by his story. You'll skip over that stuff, but you should definitely be taking pictures of previous damages, previous ruined plants. If you're doing a roof wash, just document that stuff so you have some evidence when the time comes to it, because there is customers out there, and we've dealt with this so many times, that just because you were on the roof, just because you were the last one to touch the house, you were the last one to touch the driveway, they will just try to get something out of you. And that's just the nature of life. There's unfortunately people out there like that, and they will try to get you.
Yeah. So, but the good thing about that one was she was like, it's okay, I'll get it fixed. Okay, blase squad. I was like, okay, thank you.
She saw that you're not falling for it, and she's like, I'm moving on.
You got to know your customers, bro.
Yeah. And it comes down to, like, I was going to say that advice, like, especially be careful of, like, read your customer, but I didn't say anything because I've had rich people try to blame the tiniest stupid little things on us. That it's like, you have that house and you're going to complain over something for $20, even if it was us or not us in situations. Like, if it was us, no questions asked. We're taking care of it.
Right.
But if it's not us, I'm done. I stopped being a pushover. Like, if I know it was not us, I'm not doing the whole
going back.
Okay, let me take care of it just in case you thought it was me.
Yeah, man.
I want to jump into a topic that we talked about a little bit. Your schedule's not slammed, but you're full-time pressure washer. So you're working with me. You're out here getting money. You're getting experience. Just so these guys have a realistic expectation, what are you doing right now to stay busy, to pressure wash, even if it's not for your company? Do you recommend it? How do you recommend someone going about it? Talk to us about that stuff.
This is what I do. Because I always believe in, if you want to be an electrician, you hang with the electricians. You want to be an AC tech, you hang with the AC techs. Hence the reason why I called you. I want to be a pressure washer, so I'm going to hang with the pressure washer. So in the beginning, what I do is, if I ain't got no jobs, man, I look for a pressure washer guy. I find a close buddy like you, and I just work with you, and that's what's keeping me afloat, and that's how we do it. That's how I do it,
Yeah. So do you recommend other people do that if they're slow?
I recommend other people do that. I recommend other people look out. It's good to reach out to local pressure washers anyway, even if you're not slow or not, just to, reach out.
Yeah.
So I recommend that, man. I would go work with your local pressure washer. Whatever he pay you. And just do your thing, man, and learn while you go.
Yeah.
But don't work with a pressure washing person if he ain't gonna teach you. Number one thing, if you ain't learning nothing from him, don't work with him. I'm gonna tell you that straight up, man. And I'm just saying, man, because you're gonna end up being an employee. And last thing you want to do if you own a business, entrepreneurship is to be somebody else's employee. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to have a thing where you could do your job and they do your, you know what I'm saying? You want to have that agreement, but in the beginning, find any pressure washer man, work with them. And if they don't want to teach you, leave them.
Yeah. I'll ask you this because, like I told you, when I went full-time, probably did a little bit early, but I worked for 5 different dudes, and some of them weren't even pressure washers. I just had a baby on the way. COVID hit, we needed money, and I needed to work, but I was not willing to go get another job. I was still, just like you, pushing through, not quitting, not giving up on my business, but I do need to go work for someone else. And it did, I think for a lot of people, their ego gets in the way, and they don't want to go do that out of vulnerability. They don't want to work for someone, especially in the industry that they're trying to come up in. They don't want to have to be an employee to somebody. They feel like, oh, why am I going to go do that? I'm trying to start my own thing. So for me, I put those feelings to the side because I'm taking care of my family. That's all that matters.
Absolutely.
So if someone tells me to go work, go do this or that, you got it, boss. That's that. So did you feel like an ego thing at all when you worked for me or when you worked for the other guys?
Nah.
Like, was it ever an ego thing?
Nah, ain't no ego thing. It's just, like you said, you got to get it how you live. You get it something, Y'all got to work, But like I said, if I feel that I'm not learning nothing from you, I ain't sticking around. I don't care how much money you giving me. It don't matter about that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I ain't learning, I ain't, stuff like that. But it ain't no ego thing with me.
That's good. I love that, man.
No ego thing with me.
Yeah.
It's love, man.
Yeah. And if it is an ego thing for you guys, just be honest with yourself and take advice from Tori, because ego can get in the way. But as I always say, collaboration happens at the top, competition happens at the bottom. If you start turning into this sour pressure washer and you don't want to talk to nobody and you view everyone as competition,
Yeah.
for one, you'll lose out on money. You'll lose out on opportunities. You'll lose out on great friendships. You'll lose out on so many areas in life. When you put it on a scale, it's like this.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the pros. Here's the cons
Yeah.
of not wanting to work with people.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no reason. I'm so thankful I talked to so many people when I first started out. Some dudes would subcontract me for probably way too cheap, but that's on me. I accept the price. Like, hey, I want to go work. I'll take your subcontract. Yeah, and I learned so much, made great opportunities. You cannot be salty and trying to grow a business.
Nah, you can't be picky, too picky. But it's you. You know what works for you.
Yep.
If that person don't work for you, you know what works for you, man. But at the end of the day, I would work with much pressure washers as I can, get to know many pressure washers as I can. And like, I know a few of them now. You know, they call me to do work with them. I do work with them, you know.
Yeah.
But that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
What's some advice just from working with me, with the other guys you worked with, whether it's something me or someone else is doing completely wrong and you're like thinking, hey, this is probably screwing you up, or something very positive that you say, this is great advice.
I got you. Great advice. Look, when you out there working with somebody, give it your all. You know what I'm saying? If I see Rusty in the back with the hose and I know he's got to go and do the roof, I'm going to run and get that gun and, you know what I'm saying, and give you the gun. You see what I'm saying? Do things to where work and make somebody need you and not want you. Because when you work to be wanted, they're going to want you gone. Right away. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I work. I work to somebody where you need me out there. You know, I mean, let's get it right. Nobody need nobody, but you know what I mean. I give it all my effort to where it's like, look, if I'm gonna call anybody, it's gonna be Tori. Mm-hmm. Because you know when I go out there, you don't have to do nothing. You can sit in the truck. The hose ran. Everything is. Am I lying?
Nope.
Everything be done. And what I tell you, just go handle the customer. I'm gonna get everything ran. By the time you done, I have the ladder there. I have your hose there. I have everything. You be like, damn, what this guy doing, man? You know what I'm saying? So just be an asset to whoever you're working with. You know what I'm saying? Don't lollygag. See, I was raised by a redneck. It was a redneck, man. I thought this dude was racist. I ain't gonna lie. I said this dude don't like black people, but he getting on me all the time. Why he getting on me? But it wasn't that. He just wanted me to work. I used to twiddle my fingers, get on my phone. You can't do that, man. You know what I mean? He always told me, if I got to do the work I hired you for, I don't need you out here. It's true, right? So ever since then, man, like, that's why you'll see I never stand around. I don't stand around. I don't take break. I don't do nothing. I go until you say we done. You know what I mean? And that's real. I will go until you say it's done. You know? So just be an asset. Be needed, not wanted.
Yeah. Because
you will be quickly out that door.
That's really good advice. Tori, you guys, is the hardest working person. I'm not just gassing him up right now. Tori's the hardest working person I know. When he's on the job site with us, things are getting done quickly, efficiently, effectively. We're not skimping out on value. We're not skimping out on the outcome of the job. Tori just moves, you guys. And I was the same way in the beginning as you. I'm still a hard worker, but just really focused. And I'm getting to some advice here for you and for my viewers. Bring that energy of how hard you work on the field physically. And I tell this to a lot of people. Bring that energy to how hard you work on your business.
Right.
How hard you become a businessman. How hard you become a salesman. Because I took so much time in the beginning. I want to be the hardest worker for my business. I want to be the best pressure washer in the world. and I want to, which those things are necessary. There's a season for that, for you to perfect your craft. But don't forget that your business will not be successful unless you are a businessman.
Exactly.
You can be the hardest working dude like you are. You are the hardest working dude, pressure washer that I've ever worked with. But don't get consumed in that being your one and only strong trait, because that's what I did for too many years. And then later, after being mentored from so many big guys, it was like they're not even focusing on the work. They're focusing on their business. Yeah, they're training their employees to be good, of course. But they're animals in sales. They're savages in customer relationships. They're animals in marketing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So just to help you advance, focus on whether it's you hiring people or you learning a lot of the stuff like I did, marketing, sales. Like I'm self-taught and I'm not the best in the world, but I pat myself on the back for the salesman I've become, for the marketing techniques that I can do. I learned all that stuff because my mind changed, and I'm like, you know what? I need to stop being the number one pressure washer, and I need to be the number one businessman.
Yeah, it's a difference, bro.
Oh, yeah. It's a different world.
Like you just said, bro, and I love the fact you said that, man. You could be a hard worker, but if you don't know about that business, you know what I'm saying? And that's me. That's actually me. I'm a hard worker, very hard worker. But if you ask me anything about business-wise and all of that, it's like, and I don't have that business background. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here just making money, and I got to pay bills with my money because I don't have no job. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing this full time. So that's where I'm at now. I think year one for me was mainly focusing on how to do the job, how to price, and things like that. Number two, this year, this second year I'm in it, or the first whole year I'm in it, my main focus is on, like you said, the business aspect of it. And that's why I'm glad I got you around so you could teach me the business side, because I can work all day. You can see I go all day. But if I go all day and I don't understand how to do the business side of it, that's where it kind of gets tricky. And that's where I'm stuck at right now.
Yeah.
So
I will.
Well, not stuck, but you know what I mean.
You're
working on it.
You're going through what a lot of guys in this industry, especially, there's so many people in this industry, pressure washing was their first endeavor. That's what built them into an entrepreneur. It's not their fifth, journey in entrepreneurship. It's their first for a lot of guys. So I'll say this really quick. You will be a force if you carry the same energy you put on the field and just put that into your business building aspect into becoming a better businessman. You will have no issues growing. It's just learning the businessman things as you get deeper into business. And it took me a long time, and I would love to see you fast track and skip a lot of the stuff, like being a super hard worker. And I touch on this subject because a lot of you guys are probably a really good employee. You feel underpaid. You look at the jobs you're doing and you're like, I work harder than all these guys. I'm going to go start my own thing.
Yeah.
And I say that because that was my mentality for so long. I worked for only moving companies before this endeavor. And I showed up to worked the hardest out of everyone. Bosses loved me, but it didn't show in my paycheck. I was maybe making $1 to $2 more than the laziest dude at the company. And that's what drove me to entrepreneurship, because I was that employee like, oh, I'm the best worker. I can do this. And that's great and all. That's a good motivator. But don't get stuck that just because you're the hardest working man at your job that you have what it takes to operate a business, because there's so much more behind the scenes. And I've even had bosses tell me this. Like, I've been close to bosses like, hey, man, I want to start my own thing. And they've been encouraging. Yeah, man, but like, there's so much more that goes into it behind the scenes. The pay. Like, if we could pay you more, then we would. But this is just how a business operates. Yeah. This is what you have to get paid. The paychecks you're seeing that you're collecting for our company, we're not making half of that, you know?
Yeah.
We're dishing out. So there's so much to learn. You guys, just bottom line, before anything, make sure you have what it takes to become a business savage man before just being a great employee. But carry that strong employee mentality. Be the hardest worker. That there's never a bad thing about that. But just make sure you're not lacking in becoming a businessman.
Right. Yeah. It's tough. I'm at the point where most people will quit.
Yep.
You don't got no business going.
Yep.
Your phone ain't ringing. Everybody around you is busy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at that point. But ain't no quitting. No, we ain't quitting. We ain't quitting, are we?
No,
ain't no quitting, man. You gonna let me quit? We ain't quitting, baby. We gonna get it done.
I know you're not going to, and I'm not gonna let you.
Ain't no quitting, man.
Nah.
Quitting is too easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to quit. I can sell everything and make money. It's easy to quit.
I want to touch on a subject you were talking about. Since we're boys, we can talk about this.
All right.
You said the redneck you were raised from ended up being a good dude, but you thought he was racist.
Absolutely.
Do you think being a black dude in your environment that you service, the area you service, do you feel it limits you at all? Do you feel like you have to work harder than a white dude, or do you think the playing field is even? What's your take on that?
You want the truth or the lie?
The truth.
You want the truth. My take, for me, I believe it's a little tough. It's a little tough.
Okay.
Because, you know, it's a lot of people out there that don't like me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's just because of my skin.
Yep.
But if they meet me, they love me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a couple sites I've been trying to do advertising on, and it's not getting up there. Why? I don't know. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's tough. It's tough, man. But it's a mind thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You got to get over it in your mind. If I keep thinking that, then that will be the reality. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not letting that play in it. It's just it is what it is, you know?
Yeah, from all the talks we had, I know you don't let it.
Nah,
you don't even let it be a hurdle. But I know the truth and the reality of it, that to some customers it's a hurdle because, like you said, just off the skin color, they don't like you.
A skin color, bro.
Yeah, and it sucks because, like you said, they meet you and they love you. Mm-hmm. Because I couldn't imagine who would not like you unless it's someone truly racist.
You got people, man. You got people out there like that.
Yeah,
but it's one of those things to where, man, it can make you or break you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care how racist you is. If you don't want me to work for you, your next door neighbor may want me to work for him. You know what I mean? It's too many people out here.
Yeah.
You know. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you honestly. I really thought about bringing my business somewhere else, like Atlanta or somewhere where it's more black people, to where because sometimes as a black man doing this, you sometimes do feel like, yeah, you at the bottom of the pole, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not it don't feel that easy, but
I hear you.
You know, and it's something I can't change.
It's a shame, and it goes both ways, but I tell everyone, man, I don't look at the external of somebody, I look at the internal.
Right, yeah.
If you stand in front of me and I had a blindfold on, we had a conversation, I'll tell you if we're going to be cool or not. I don't need to see your skin. I don't need to see how you look. I've been friends with the biggest array of different colors, straight, gay, whatever.
Right,
the biggest array of things I've been friends with, and it's because of their heart. And go ahead.
Let me ask you a question now.
Go ahead.
Do you feel we make that as an excuse?
Yes, but it doesn't. But it's not color. I feel like black people will play the victim mentality, and they'll stay there, and it's doing nothing for them because yes, I feel for you that you're being judged by nasty people, and your opportunity may not be as fair as someone with a different skin color. but what is it going to do you to get filled with hate and make that your excuse to not go do something, to not chase something?
For you. It ain't gonna do nothing
exactly.
for you.
And again, it's not just, it's white people too. Mm-hmm. And it even goes down to dudes that think they're chicks and chicks that think they're dudes, and they think they have to be in a different community because they think a different way. And it's like, you're just pushing yourself in this limitation that doesn't have to exist.
Right.
And it's like, I'm not saying that it's not out, that racism isn't out there, that you not having the same playing field isn't out there. I am not oblivious to that. But on the other end, just like any obstacle I overcome, what is dwelling on it, using it as an excuse, ranting on Facebook, trash talking with your other friends. Oh, can you believe this? What is that going to do? Nothing.
It ain't going to do nothing.
We had a black customer today. You know, I feel like because of all the tension and the racism in the world, that instantly, like, I'm like, oh, he's not going to like me.
Right.
Because, you know, we have a bad rep. Mm-hmm. Just like the opposite end of like what you feel. And it's once I meet the person, they can feel that right away, that I don't care about their skin color, that I'm just there. I want to talk with them.
Right.
I want to be cool with them. They're my customer. Yeah, we're there for business, but I treat everyone the same.
Right.
I have the same conversations with no matter what skin color you are.
I don't come across racist people. If they are, I don't know, but I don't come across. I never came across somebody that actually opened the door and clammed in my face. Or I don't come across it. If they thinking it, they thinking it, but I never really. They never really. Nobody's really open. It's one of those things like this. All right, I could be wrong about this, but who's faster, gene-wise or biological, black man or white man?
Mm-hmm. Black,
right?
Yeah.
So if you got this black and this white man and racing, right? And the black man is going to the white man like, you got to beat him, man. Hurry up and beat him. But he physically can't beat the guy because the black man is faster. It's nothing you can do. So I feel like it's like that. We're going there telling the white man, hey, man, do this, knowing he can't do it. And we don't know he can't do it. He practicing. We don't know he can't do it because, you see what I'm saying? I think it's almost like that.
Since we're talking about this, and I know your mindset, what's your advice to maybe different colored person watching, someone that feels that limitation or that unfair playing field is holding them back? What would you say to them?
It's your mind. It's your mind. Thoughts turn into ideas, ideas turn into things. So what are you thinking about? If I sit there every day and say, oh, they don't want to give it, I'm black, what I'm going to get all day?
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Change your mindset, and then you'll change your reality. Change who you're talking to. Change the conversations on the phone. Change the people you hanging around with. It really, at the end of the day, not too much the skin color. It's your thoughts, man, and how you doing everything. You know what I mean? We could use that as an excuse or whatever you want to say, but I think it's more like it's the thoughts.
Yeah.
It's the thoughts. Have those good thoughts, man, and don't worry about no racism. It ain't out there to me.
Yeah.
You know how many white people help me out? Look at you. I've worked with black people that put me down.
Yeah.
People that brought me up was a lot of white people. I told you, a redneck, man. I thought he was racist.
Yeah.
I swore this dude was racist. But all he wanted to do was to make me work.
Yeah.
Get off the phone. Just quit twiddling your hands. You see what I'm saying? So we need to stop looking at things from it's racism, and look at it, what is he really trying to tell me? Mm-hmm. Is he trying to create a worker? You know what I'm saying? I think we need to look at it from that standpoint, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
yeah, like we talked about, I think a lot of people in your situation with the redneck, they'll take that, and even if the color thing was reversed, they'll take that like, oh, this dude hates me. This dude's racist.
It's not that.
This dude, he was grilling me. And it's like, you don't know if the dude on the other end didn't care about your skin color.
Right.
And he just wanted you to work.
Right.
And he's trying to teach you some life lessons.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
That's all it was. But I back of my old thoughts. I got a different mindset now. So we talking about this racism, whatever y'all hearing, we talking about it, but that ain't my mindset. But that was my mindset.
Yeah.
If a white man being too rough on me, talking a little crazy on me, he racist.
Yeah.
Straight up. But coming to find out, it's like I said, man, it's them thoughts, man. You know what I mean? It's the thoughts.
I love your mindset, man.
Yeah, man.
I know how you handle situations and you don't let the negative stuff affect you.
I don't show it.
Yeah.
I don't show it.
I would just say to everyone, man, spread more love. So we need more love in this world.
Absolutely, man. Spread love, spread positivity, man. Just be you. That's what you're here on this earth, be you. You know what I mean? God loves you unconditional. He don't put a condition on it.
Yep.
It's unconditional, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm in this business. Wash Wizards Power Wash. We've been doing this for a year. It ain't no quitting. Do I want to quit? Yeah. But look, man, we going to go all the way to the top.
Yep.
All the way to the top. All the way, baby. Share the love, share the positivity, and all right, baby. Yo,
we're going to end it right on that, brother.
This is what I'm talking about.
Appreciate it, my man.
Man. Hey, much love, man, and
brother.
respect, man.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir.
That is going to wrap up this episode, you guys. If you are not already, consider hitting that subscribe button. We got tons of pressure washing content on here. If you want to check out some other pressure washing content, Tori has that as well. Here's his channel. Check it out. If you guys want to support the page, hit that thumbs up button and also check out the link in the video description, cleanmoney.shop. You can get some of that merch that Tori had. We have t-shirts, we have hats, we have some comfy shorts that I'm wearing right now. That's a huge way to support the channel as well. But as always, Wash Fam, thank you for tuning in. I will see you in the next video. Much love.
Yo. That was a nice one.